Hello everyone, I'm Aidan Rodriguez.
And I'm Hector Pure fucking Armageddon Marquez. And welcome to another installment of the Weekly Metal Dose, where we discuss everything metal related.
Things just got heavy. And we start the week with the bad news that legendary guitarist Gary Moore, who was part of Thin Lizzy on 3 occasions, just passed away in Spain during his vacations. He apparently died of asphyxiation because he drank too much and, choked on his vomit like a true metalhead, like a true rocker. He joins the ranks of legendary first singer for AC/DC and many others who have gone that way to drink their way into oblivion and eternal glory for metal. This guy played with other people like Albert King, B.B. King, and many other luminaries. He has a big solo career that a lot of the people in the metal scene have, been giving their eulogies and their tributes to them. Bumblefoot from Guns N' Roses, a lot of the guys from many other metal bands, Deep Purple people. A lot of people have said that Gary Moore was a great guy, and that it's unfortunately a big loss for the metal community. So we mourn his passing. We hope it's been a really rough year. We've been losing a lot of people that we talked last time, and hopefully we'll start seeing a lot of new talent that can take the banner for them. And Gary, keep on rocking in the other life. And another sad news we have this week is that legendary British doom stoner metal veterans Cathedral, which includes Lee Dorian, famous vocalist in the ranks, are going to split up. They're going to be doing a tour in the end of the year, and next year they're going to record their last album. It's a 21-year-long career, one of the first metal bands to do metal, and they're going away from the scenery. They're saying goodbye. Lee Dorian still has his label, and he's going to still be putting out music for all the metalheads out there. But sadly, Cathedral has run its course, and we say goodbye to one of the biggest and most influential bands in the doom scene. So, goodbye, guys. Your music will live on.
Also this week, the drummer from Slipknot, Mr. Joey Jordison, released a statement saying that they're ready to rock again, that they already talked everything out, and that we can actually expect some work from them pretty soon. So I don't know, that's something pretty exciting. I mean, they're still probably not over the death from Paul Gray. They still haven't mentioned if they're going to have another bass player, if they're going to be fulfilling the bass playing duties within themselves. But they say that they're ready to go, so maybe we can expect something.
Whatever they do is sure to be very interesting. I mean, the loss of somebody like Paul Gray, the bass player, very important in any band, or not just for Slipknot. Whatever they do, we wish them the best, and let's see what they can come up with, right?
Yeah, exactly.
And let's see how soon they take to release some new material for us to hear.
Or at least a statement, or at least something saying that they're already working on something.
Yeah.
Also, another interesting news is that the franchise Guitar Hero is being cancelled. I don't specifically know why, and I gotta say I'm not that really bummed as a guitar player. I think you should actually go and learn and struggle with your amp and everything to get the sound, not just go and play. But it's something that's, it's spreading the news. It's something because they had Van Halen Guitar Hero, they had Metallica Guitar Hero. So it's something that a lot of the metal community is involved with, even if it's just on the periphery of it. I don't know exactly why it is.
Well, the problem is basically Guitar Hero is not selling anymore. A lot of people shifted from Guitar Hero to Rock Band. And a lot of people, if you're really into it, if you want to look for it, you can find a place where you can download it illegally. And well, that point is that Guitar Hero is not selling anymore. And Activision, the developer, said, you know what, we're going to cut our losses and move on to something better. Meanwhile, you can still rock out with Rock Band, and you can, if you want to try it, if you really want to play guitar like my friend here, you can go out and get those nice guitars for Rock Band that teach you how to actually play some guitar and bass and drums, keyboards, maybe even how to sing properly so you don't fuck up in the karaoke. Whatever, Rock Band is the other option, and let's see what happens. I think Rock Band still has a lot of places where it can improve, where it can evolve, and maybe actually create some bands.
No, but Rock Band has been showing that they actually say, been evolving the whole idea
Yeah.
of software, the whole idea of the instruments themselves. I mean, the guitars that you were saying, the teaching guitar or something has pretty much every fret on every string has a separate button. I mean, I still don't think it's the same thing because you don't have to fight with, say, feedback and all that stuff that you get playing the real thing.
But
It's still something. Also, Pain, the band led by Mr. Peter Tägtgren from Hypocrisy, is apparently just putting the finishing touches on their new album. Miss Annette Olsen from Nightwish released a statement saying that apparently she really likes it. Of course, she's a girlfriend from the bass player, so she has to say something good. But she says that it's really good, that it's completely different from the sound they had on the previous album, that they're going for something a bit heavier, more driven, more aggressive, and that there's actually even a song reminiscent of Hypocrisy.
Whoa, that's pretty heavy because if you listen to Pain, you know that Pain and Hypocrisy are two different types of monsters. And even Pain was going into a more like a popish sound, the latest
Or
albums.
electro, even.
But I mean, it's Peter Tägtgren. I think there had to come a point where he was gonna mix the sounds, and it's important. I mean, I really like Pain. I like Pain more than I like Hypocrisy, even though I like Hypocrisy a bit. But I'm hopeful for that. What's gonna be happening with the new album, and maybe they'll have some interesting guests like they did last time.
Hopefully they'll have some good collaborations, especially with Orson, who actually sang on the previous one.
Yeah.
So, who knows? We're still waiting on it. Pain, I really like their more melodic sound to them, so I don't know how this album is going to turn out. But, well, I suppose it's just one of those things that you have to wait and see.
And speaking of Nightwish, for those of you who stuck around for the change of singer, Annette Olsen, you just talk about her. Thomas Holopainen from Nightwish said that they already revealed the new concept for the new album. It's gonna be something weird because it's about a guy who's a musician and he goes back in his mind to when he was young, and he goes and talks about with his old self, about his dreams and his memories and what's important to him and what's not important to him. And there's gonna be an animated film about it that they've been filming for a big time now. It's kind of confusing. I don't know if it was because I read the news, if I understood it wrong, but I mean, I'm gonna have faith in Thomas Holopainen that he can do something good. But up to now, the album it's gonna be called Imaginarium. I can't really stand behind that name. I mean, even though I love Nightwish, I love them even more after they changed from Target to Annette. But God, I mean, it sounds really weird.
It's Thomas, you know, he's really driven by all that is related to, say, imagination, all that is related to fantasy and all that stuff. I know he's a huge fan of Disney films and such. So he's really, say, driven to that aspect of music, the whole imagination and how it plays a part in it. I have no idea how this is going to play out. Absolutely no idea. But it's something that I don't know. You need to have faith in him. You need to have faith in Thomas.
And it's a concept album. Concept albums are always very hard to do. So maybe, hopefully they're gonna do something, good, because I mean, I know concept albums are hard to make, and not everybody can do a good one. So, good luck, guys.
Yeah.
And the first time we did this show for you, we talked about Glenn Danzig releasing a new video for Juju Bone. And the latest news is that Glenn Danzig is actually by himself as a solo thing. He's recording now a covers album, which are sure to include songs by Black Sabbath and Elvis Presley. You know, Glenn Danzig is sometimes called the Black Elvis or the Dark Elvis, the Evil Elvis, because of his deep voice, dark voice, similar to Elvis Presley's. But this is gonna be something, pure covers in Glenn's unique style, dark style. And let's see what he can do. I mean, he has a good voice. He was very famous when he did Mother, and I think he can do something good. I think it's very important to see a rendition of Black Sabbath that does not include, whiny voices like Ozzy's or high voices like Ronnie. All the respect to Ronnie, all the respect to Ozzy, but I think somebody with a deeper voice might give another shade and make them more gloomy. And let's see how Danzig does.
Maybe I would really be interested in his covers of Elvis. That would be something pretty interesting. Although Tony Martin brought a good voice to Black Sabbath, so they never always. I mean, they have never Ah, stupid.
It's not always about the squeaky voice.
The high-pitched voice, yeah.
Well, I'm not familiar with Tony Martin's work in Black Sabbath. Shame on me, I know. But I mean, let's see what Danzig can do. I mean, it's about Danzig right now, right?
Yes,
I think he has the potential, he has the talent, and I think he can do something very good with it.
Also this week, the supergroup Symfonia released the artwork and the title for their first ever album. It's gonna be titled In Paradisum, and it's gonna be featuring 12 tracks, and it's supposed to be coming up on April the 1st, I believe, right?
Yes, and it's gonna be featuring members of Halloween, Stratovarius, Sonata Arctica, Angra. I mean, it's a supergroup. It has Timo Tolkki, it has Jari, something bass player from Stratovarius. I can't pronounce that. Sorry, it's very complicated. It's Finnish name. Sorry. But it has also Andre Matos from Angra. So great vocalist. One of my great favorite vocalists of all time. It has Mikko Harkin doing the keyboards. He was in Sonata Arctica. For those of you who remember, he's also in Kane's Offering, if you can remember that. And it's also Uli Kush, drummer for Halloween, during their darkest period, Dark Ride, and one album prior, and a great drummer. And I think there's a lot of talent, and the main part is that it's not just a supergroup from Finland or from Germany or from whatever. It's
getting talents from all over the place.
And we've been seeing that from a lot of supergroups doing getting talent where the talent is not just from
their area or from their country.
Yeah, and I think it's the idea. I think the idea comes from Tolkki, who did that from Revolution Renaissance. He had singers from Brazil, and the keyboard was from someplace else, and everybody was from everybody else from somewhere in the world. I think I'm very hopeful because I really like what Andre does singing wise.
The only thing that I could say a little sketchy on is Mr. Timo Tolkki. I loved him on Stratovarius, but ever since he left, I think he's been going more for the symphonic, more classic oriented, and given the type of players that he has in this band, it's something that I'm still a bit sketchy how he's gonna be mixing up with them.
Well, I have high hopes. I think they can pull something good out, but I'm also a bit hesitant because nothing is sure with those guys, especially with Timo Tolkki. He's been going up and down.
His musical style has been shifting a lot.
And just as we finished recording last time show, we realized that Within Temptation released their video for the song called Faster. It's a very good video, but unfortunately we couldn't fit it in the show last time because we were done with it, and we realized after that. But we have here a part of it for you to see. It's a really good video. You can check it out on their official YouTube site and Facebook. It's everywhere there, and it's really good. I really liked it. I think it was better than the first video they released for the new album called The Unforgiven. And it's Sharon Adele looking at it as her most beautiful. And I think one of the greatest thing of this video is that they have a secret drummer drumming for them. The guy comes out with a hood and everything, and you can't see who he is. Maybe it's just a session drummer, but I think it looks really cool when the session member that is actually playing there, you don't really know who it is, because I think in part when Moonspell did that for the Antidote, that they had a bass player from Amorphous doing stuff, and I thought it would have been really, really cool if the guy had been actually in the videos playing with them, just for the hell of it, or maybe just putting somebody there doing the part and maybe not showing him up, which is what the guys from Slipknot are trying to do. But it's not about Slipknot, not about Moonspell. It's about Within Temptation and their new album, their new video called Faster. And I hope you guys like it. That's all.